Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a somewhat sensitive but real topic. And basically, it's about who are the people least likely to buy from you. So if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you've been recruited by a network marketing company or sales company, or I don't know, maybe you're going to sell insurance or do real estate. Um, the modus operandi, or the way that those companies all operate, are pretty much the same, right? So what they do is they recruit a new class of agents or salespeople or whatever, and they ask you like list your top 100 contacts, and they say that's your quote training period, and then you're going to try to make some sales with them, and then they'll teach you how to like actually market and get some cold leads. And what happens is that they never get past step one. So what they plan to do is use your warm market to get some sales, and then once you fizzle out, they're just going to recruit the next set of agents. That's really the whole cold hard truth with how a lot of these companies work, and that's why I would never work in many of these industries. And ask me how I know, because I did try to put my feet get my feet wet in some of these industries, but luckily I'm very lazy, so I'm not gonna work that hard for something that's not worth it, right? But back to my point, um, I think a lot of these people who lead these companies and recruit people don't have any, let's say, real world experience in what they're asking their salespeople to do. Because if they're exclusively focusing on their warm market, and they're not, let's say, warning their salespeople about the dynamics of selling to your warm market, it's going to be a disaster, which is why most people fizzle out after their during their quote training period. Now, back to the topic, whose are the people least likely to buy from you? In my opinion, again, this is just exclusively my opinion, it's your warm market, aka hometown people. So friends, family, people who knew you from youth. Um, Remember, and this is really, really important. This is the ancient, wisdom of the ancients. Prophets are not welcome in your hometown, in the hometown, right? They're never accepted in their hometown. Now, here's the thing, if you're a prophet, you don't have to be an actual prophet, right? If you have any sort of wisdom, knowledge, something to share with other people that might help them, it doesn't have to be an original idea, because most of my ideas are totally not original. I just heard them from somewhere, and then I just, pasted it. I don't know another way to say it, but you know what I mean, right? I just copy and pasted it. I just redressed it. None of my ideas are original. Okay, it's kind of like when I learned the Pythagorean theorem, wrote it on paper. Did I come up with it? No. Some guy named Pythagoras thousands of years ago, who's been dead, came up with it, and I just copy and pasted it, and I passed math class. Now, back to my point, profits are never welcome in your hometown. So if you're trying to make some money by selling a good or a service that's going to help people, your family, friends, people who've known you from your youth are going to give you any sort of excuse to never buy from you. And one of the funny things that you'll find out is that if you talk to enough people and eventually just make a few sales, right? And you obviously practice your pitch, practice your craft, and practice your salesmanship. One of the funny things that you'll find out is that random strangers will give you praise and adoration than somebody from your past. Like, it's really weird how that works, right? Even when I started this YouTube channel, like, I've had people tell me, I had one couple tell me on a Zoom call that I was the answer to their prayers. Like, where'd that come from? Right? I was like, what? Now they never joined the group, but I mean, I think that alone was worth it for the Zoom call that we had. If they was Since they were interested in joining, but they never joined the group. But back to my point, like, nobody in my hometown would have ever told me that, right? I have comments in the YouTube channel telling me like this is the best thing ever since sliced bread, stuff like that, or I'm the GOAT, right? Yet why have I never heard that from anybody back home, right? It's because prophets are not welcome in their hometown, and random strangers will give you praise and adoration to somebody from your past. That's the unfortunate truth, right? I'm keeping it real here, and I could go on and on about this too. I didn't add this part yet, but now I just think about it. I don't know if you ever watched the show I Love Lucy. There's a whole episode dedicated to how you should never do business with friends and family, right? And I actually should probably make another separate video about that, but now it just came to mind. about that I Love Lucy video where I forgot who was selling was it Lucy selling a dish, not a dishwasher, a washer and dryer to the Mertzes? Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I really want to look into that, but I should probably make a video about that. But back to my point, you shouldn't do business with friends and family, and random strangers will give you praise and adoration than somebody for past. Because why? You're not a prophet in your hometown. You're a prophet to a random stranger on the internet who lives in the other side of the country to a place you've never been, but you will never be a prophet to somebody who's grown up with you. That's the wisdom of the ancients. They knew that a long time ago, and that nobody talks about that now these days. Okay, and here's the other thing too. I wanted to bring up this article from a website called Hardcore Closer. I just did a quick Google search, and I probably want to read more into this website. But look at this article posted on 2015. 5 reasons why your friends and family will never buy from you. And I'm just going to quickly go over this, right? So I'm not going to go into the whole detail, but so like you got bad news for you when you start your sales job. Your sphere of influence is most likely the last people to buy from you. Friends and family are our toughest critics. Sure, they flock to you to help you later in your career, but in the beginning, you expect that nothing more than cold shoulder, right? While this isn't the case 100% of the time, it is 99% of the time. Okay, so if we scroll down from you, we'll just quickly go through this. They know your past, like that's reason number one, right? Reason number two, their ego will let them, right? So this is a really big one, and people don't talk about this one enough. But there, if you have the greatest product in the world and you have something that might help them, their ego is going to block them from ever buying from you. Just be aware of that. Other things, they don't want you to know their situation. Fourth, they're scared you'll tell their mutual friends, right? And then they don't want to ruin the relationship. Okay. So it's kind of related to what I have here. But again, people have known for a little bit of time at least, or maybe quite some time, that it's hard to sell to family or friends, right? Probably least likely to buy from you. And so, yes, you can try selling to them, but what I would emphasize is just practice your pitch and practice distributing your message, whatever it is, to the masses, and somebody eventually will pick it up and be inspired by you, right? Just like some of you have been inspired by me. Now, here's the thing. Here's how I know that about this dynamic, because I talk to my friends and family, say one thing, they all tell me I'm an idiot. Yeah, I say the exact same thing on YouTube, and I'm a genius, right? And it's the same exact dynamic. Now, I haven't talked to my friends and family back home in a long time. In fact, it's been more than 3 years since I've been home or in my hometown. But I've just been practicing my pitch and talking to strangers, and they've given me so much more adoration than I have back home. And to be honest, I struggled with that a lot because I never wanted to leave home, and I never thought I was anything special. But the fact is, back in those days, 10-ish years ago, when I graduated college, they told me everything I needed to do, and then I ended up with nothing, and then they pointed the finger at me that I'm an idiot. And I actually listened to what they told me to do. I don't know if the youth these days feel like that, but it seems like history just repeats itself again, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. Hope you learned something about selling dynamics. Who are the people least likely to buy from you? Now, if you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. And also, we're going to have an exclusive live stream. I think this Friday at 6 p.m. It's in order to join the live stream, 99 cents per month. You get access to exclusive emojis, and you also get a recording of the live stream, right? So if you miss it, then I'll make it available to you only for members. 99 cents a month only. All right, have a great day, everybody, and we will speak next time.